Time for Focus 50 Plus, and Dr. George Schofield joins us now.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So what are we talking about today?
Well, boy, did we have a big response to our conversation about identity last week. So I want to come back and talk about it again. But first I want to do a recap.
Okay.
Earlier in our lives, our identities mostly come from outside. I'm somebody's son, or I'm a student, or a whole variety of things. And then as we move into being a little older in our lives, maybe it comes from being a parent or a professional, as you are. There's a point at which after 50, we really begin to pay attention to what are the 2 or 3 most important areas external to me from which I draw my identity, but then we really have to add in what's true about me that's part of my identity. What couple of things are really important, and I encourage people to write 3 externals, 2 internals down, and then pay attention to, are those really the ways you want to get your identity, and do those things bring the best out in you? Wow, did I have a lot of people stopping me to say, I never thought about it that way. Could we talk about that some more?
Yeah, very interesting. And because our identities must affect us in a way with our quality of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And frequently we imagine quality of life, which is something that's in our imagination, as opposed to we can measure it like a cup of flour out there. Is my sense of myself congruent with the life I'm living? So if I have this sort of discord, wait a minute, I don't think this is who I think I am, but this isn't what my life is like. And that happens to us periodically. Your kids grow up and go away. I'm working with a couple that simply don't want to be as busy as they were. It takes a lot of adjustment, and it's not about therapy. There's nothing wrong with them. In a way, they're right on schedule.
Right.
They're just saying we want congruence between who we think we are, and we're not clear about that, and the life we're living.
So I'm imagining that's especially important, say, after 50.
Absolutely. And the reason it's so important after 50 is we can go along like crazy for many, many, many years, but then some of the ways we know who we are begin to leave us, and that's going to happen.
Right.
For instance, there are people who don't want to drive at night anymore. Their identity was, I'm somebody who shows up 24 hours a day. Whenever I decide I'm there. That may not be so possible.
Right.
Grandchildren grow up and go away. I said this, I was prepared for my children to go away.
Right.
It never occurred to me that my grandchildren would grow up and go away, which they're supposed to do. But that meant that the amount of identity that I hang on the grandparent peg, if you will, has to go down, because it's just that's not my reality anymore.
Right.
So after 50, we really have to pay attention to who we think we are and what's going on in our lives and inside of ourselves too.
Such great things to think about and to write down, as you mentioned. I love that.
And it really has to do with quality of life,
Yeah.
because quality of life starts in here, not up there.
Exactly.
So, thanks, Kathy.
All right, thank you.
See you next week.
All right. I'll see you guys after the break. Stick around.